tranquil village of Ifetedo, Ajayi, a highly esteemed warrior, sat beneath a palm tree, his mind troubled. His world, once stable and predictable, was crumbling like a house of termites. The arrival of Christian missionaries had disrupted the peace and order of his village. These foreigners were like a wild storm, uprooting everything that had once held Ifetedo together. Ajayi watched as the villagers, his people, were swayed by the missionaries' sweet words and promises of a better life. It was as if they had forgotten their roots, their traditions, their gods. Ajayi felt a rage bubbling within him. He was not about to let his world fall apart without a fight. But how could he fight an enemy that was so intangible, so elusive? In the cool evening, Ajayi visited the shrine of his ancestors, seeking guidance. He knelt before the sacred effigies, his heart heavy with desperation. The next morning, Ajayi summoned the village elders. He stood before them, his stance strong, his voice filled with a passion that resonated through the air.
My elders, we stand at the brink of losing all that defines us. The missionaries bring a new faith, yes, but must we lose ours to embrace it? Our traditions, our beliefs, have held us together through seasons of joy and seasons of sorrow. They are the very soul of Ifetedo. To forget them, to let them fade into the shadows, would be to lose ourselves.
Some elders agreed with Ajayi, vowing to resist the missionaries. Others were doubtful, their faith already wavering. Ajayi could sense the divide, the tension growing within his people. In the days that followed, Ajayi did everything that he could to rally his people. He spoke at gatherings, visited homes, even challenged the missionaries openly. But his efforts seemed futile. Each day, more villagers were drawn towards the missionaries. The village was changing and Ajayi felt helpless. Despite the odds, Ajayi refused to give up. He was a warrior, and warriors did not back down from a fight, but this was a war he was losing. One night, Ajayi had a dream. His ancestors appeared to him, not in anger, but with understanding. They told him that change was inevitable, but their spirits would live on. Ajayi woke up, his heart filled with a newfound resolve. He realized that he had been fighting the wrong battle. It wasn't the missionaries he needed to resist, but the fear of change. Ajayi approached the missionaries proposing a peaceful coexistence. He acknowledged their faith, but asked them to respect the traditions of Ifetedo. The missionaries agreed, seeing Ajayi's sincerity. They promised to respect the village customs and work together for the betterment of Ifetedo. It was a small victory, but a significant one for Ajayi. He had managed to bridge the gap between the old and the new without losing his honor. Ajayi returned to his people, his spirit lifted. He encouraged them to embrace the changes, but also to remember their roots, their identity. In the following months, Ifetedo started to find its balance again. The villagers adjusted to the new faith, but they also held onto their traditions. Ajayi, once seen as a warrior, was now seen as a leader. He had led his people through a difficult transition with grace and humility. One day, the villagers gathered to celebrate the harvest festival. It was a joyous occasion filled with laughter, dance, and prayers to both the old gods and the new. Ajayi watched as the village came together, their differences forgotten. He realized that Ifetedo had not lost its spirit, it had simply evolved. The sun set, painting the sky with hues of orange and red. Ajayi sat beneath the palm tree, his heart filled with peace. His world had fallen apart, but it had also come together in a beautiful way. Ajayi had learned a valuable lesson. Change was not something to be feared, but to be embraced. It was the only way to grow, to evolve, to survive. Ajayi had managed to preserve his honor, not by resisting change, but by adapting to it. He had proven himself to be a true warrior, a true leader. As Ajayi looked at the starry sky, he felt a sense of serenity. His village, his people, his traditions were safe. They had weathered the storm and emerged stronger. Their journey had been long and arduous, but Ajayi was proud of what he had achieved. He had not only saved his village, but also found a new purpose, a new direction. Ajayi knew that there would be more challenges in the future, but he was not afraid. He was ready to face them, to lead his people, to preserve their legacy. The broken palms had healed, the village of Ifetedo had healed. They had found a way to coexist with the new without losing the old, and Ajayi was at the heart of this transformation. As the moonlight bathed the village, Ajayi fell into a peaceful sleep. He was content, knowing that he has done his part, that he had made a difference. The morning sun rose, casting a golden glow over Ifetedo. It was a new day, a new beginning, and Ajayi was ready to face it with courage and determination. Ajayi, the respected warrior, had become Ajayi, the revered leader. He had fought not with weapons, but with wisdom, and he had won not a battle, but the hearts of his people. With each passing day, Ajayi was reminded of the strength and resilience of his people. He knew that Ifetedo would continue to thrive, to evolve, to stand tall amidst the winds of change. In the end, things had fallen apart, only to come together stronger. The broken palms had healed, and so had Ajayi. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of Ifetedo, the spirit of Ajayi.
And that's the end of this inspiring story. If you enjoyed this tale and the valuable lesson it teaches, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we post more educative and entertaining content. Your likes, comments, and shares with your family and friends are greatly appreciated. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to sharing more stories with you in the future. Remain blessed.